Hello everyone, this is Dr. J Yoganandh, Associate Professor from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today we are going to discuss on the topic Digital DNA for Modern Manufacturing, which is contemporary to the trend. We are standing at a remarkable turning point in manufacturing where machines don't operate, they think, learn and collaborate. Traditional processes are struggling to keep up with the world's demand for speed, precision and sustainability. But this very challenge has opened the door to extraordinary possibilities. Imagine a factory where robots work side by side with humans, tools adapt themselves in real time, materials are engineered at the atomic level, and every product, process and machine carries a digital DNA, a unique data blueprint that tracks its history, predicts its future and continuously improves its performance. The digital DNA is reshaping how factories sense, decide and evolve. Technologies like digital twin, AI-driven automation, micro manufacturing, additive manufacturing and smart robotics are not just concepts today, they are rewriting the rules of production. They influence everything we use from smartphone to aircraft, and they are redefining what engineers can achieve. Today we are not just exploring technology, we are exploring an intelligent, sustainable and adaptive ecosystem powered by digital DNA, the core code of modern manufacturing. Let us step into the future where factories are alive with data, intelligence and limitless potential. Have you ever wondered what makes a modern factory think, learn, evolve and just like a living organism? Is there an idea to understand? Today, every smart factory has a digital DNA, a unique combination that defines how it senses, decides, acts and improves. Let's decode this digital DNA, right? So we had the evolution from the steam power where factories were muscular but not intelligent. Everything dependent on the human hands. And in the stage 2 of the electrical power, mass production began. Machines became faster but still blind and deaf. But in the stage 3 we added brain and machines could be programmed, but they could not yet feel the real world. And then born the industry 4.0, that is where you had the cyber physical systems, okay, cyber physical systems where the machines had the sensors, connectivity and intelligence. They started to feel the temperature, vibrations, quality deviations and send them information digitally. So how many of us use smart factories? This is a personal cyber physical system, your body, sensor and all the cloud. Okay, so this is the logic that industry uses, the same logic for the machines, right? We have the real time monitoring, predictive maintenance, machine to machine communication, zero human intervention operations. But we are now moving to the current trend of industry 5.0 where human cyber physical systems are the future, where humans are no longer operators, they become supervisors, planners and decision makers using extended reality. We had the virtual reality and augmented reality, and that is both are combining into a mixed reality where a technician sees a motor through an augmented reality glass and the system shows how the temperatures are increasing or decreasing, the failure probability and all the repair steps. Now the human intuition and machine intelligence and cyber insights put together leads to the human cyber physical system, that is HCPS we can call it. So this is what you call it as the true digital DNA of industry 5.0. As a part of this digital DNA in modern manufacturing, materials play a more vital role. Now imagine a world where materials do not just not get discovered. They get predicted, they get stimulated and optimized before they are ever made. A world where computer becomes a co-scientist designing alloys atom by atom, guessing failure before it happens, and selecting the best process routes with zero trial and error. So this is what is the power of AI influence in advanced material processing, where materials grow a digital brain. So why we need materials, right? So advanced materials operate at multiple scales: macroscopic level, microstructure, nanostructure, and atomic level. But traditionally, in order to understand and designing the process across these scales took months of expensive trials, and high probability of failure. But AI reduces this to hours, sometimes even to minutes, by learning the patterns which humans cannot see. So normally the top-down approach or bottom-up approach story is what that is. You start up from the bulk material, you refine the microstructure and tune the process. So that is what is an example for a heat treatment of a steel. Whereas if it is in the case of a bottom-up approach, you start with atoms, build molecules, form nanostructures, and then you go for the material, which is what is an example of graphene assembly and nanoparticle synthesis. So here AI acts as a translator between these two worlds, predicting how atom level changes influence microstructure and final properties. So we wanted to create a digital fingerprint of every material, that is particle level features, okay, which is comprising of all the things which is shown in the figure, right? You have the particle size, shape, size, distribution, porosity and surface area, surface functionality, composition, crystallinity, agglomeration. All these things are correlated into the properties. Now AI learns the relationship between these characteristics and performance outcomes such as the strength, the ductility, thermal stability and all other properties that are very much mandate to the thing is being identified. So now AI identifies all the hidden relationship that no human can detect from the raw data. So this is what is the one important thing that is going to be identified. So apart from this material processing, I have listed around 3 important things of materials that are in the purview of the trend, right? That is what is, you call it as the aluminum metal matrix composites, which is we wanted to invent lightweight materials that are reinforced with ceramics or fibers for high strength, wear resistance and thermal stability, which are mainly used for aerospace applications. And the most important thing, the next topic of interest is high entropy alloys, where materials are composed with 5 or more principal elements in near equal proportions. Here your AI influence can be experienced more, and this might give rise to the emerging applications in aerospace engines, nuclear systems and high performance tools. And then the last one, the third topic, which is what I wanted to stress upon, is the functionally graded materials, where materials with gradual variation in composition or microstructure across their volume would give rise to some functionally graded materials which has a tailored property such as thermal resistance, shock absorption and reduced stress concentration. So these are all mainly used in thermal barrier coatings and biomedical implants, and most of the aerospace components it is being used. So as we start with the materials, we wanted to go deep dive into the next generation of manufacturing, which is what you call it as the most trending topic on additive manufacturing, which is no more it is what you call it as a rapid prototyping. It is nowadays it is called as additive manufacturing, and it is no more called a prototyping thing. Now, because of the advent of AI and all the technological development, AI has influenced this additive manufacturing process also, and modern additive manufacturing is used not just for prototypes but also for the functional parts and toolings and repair and low volume productions. Okay, so this is enabling complex geometries, customization and rapid design iterations. Now I wanted to concentrate on 3 most important metal additive 3D printing process. That is, one is selective laser melting and directed energy deposition and electron beam melting. Okay, so these are all the three process I have just listed, which is on the current scope of trend, right? So you can concentrate more on these topics. And the third one, that is what you call a special process, that is a hybrid additive manufacturing machining system, where this combines 3D printing as well as CNC machining, and combined together form a single machine, and which is going to offer a near net shape precision finishing with high accuracy, reduced lead time and less weightage. So these are all the processes that are available with respect to the additive manufacturing. And also you have this additive manufacturing also enables the topology optimization, lattice geometries which are not impossible in the conventional methods of manufacturing. This also reduces the weight of the product and maintain the strength, and which are more ideal for all the advanced applications like aerospace, automotive and biomedical implants. Welding is one of the most important and interesting topic, which is mainly used for joining of all the materials. And but what happens when AI is getting used into this process, right? So we have the most advanced welding process, which is what you call it as a laser welding and friction stir welding. Both are solid state welding techniques which are in the current trend of study. But what happens if we are using a digital welding, using sensing and AI getting influence into it? You will be having a real-time monitoring of arc characteristics, temperature and weld bead geometry, how it is being designed, and then how you could be optimizing these weld bead geometries and its characteristics. And you will be having an AI model which could predict the weld quality and what are the defect that are going to happen, and you can automatically adjust all these parameters, which normally enhances the consistency and reduces the rework. So this mostly avoids the task of a human being, right? So a welding inspector or inspection agencies can get a digital DNA how the weld is being produced. So because of the welding automation, you will be having all the data like when it was welded and what would be the chemical composition of the material, and what are the parameters that has been used, and is there any defects have been introduced onto the weldments. All these things can be easily read by the digital DNA of welding process. So this could easily be created because with the advent of AI. So this is the most important advantage of the AI just being used in the welding process. And because of the weld automation with robots can perform repetitive welding with high precision and safety, and the process and the mass production and structural fabrication of heavy components are going to reduce the human efforts. Okay, so this is one of the most important advantage of AI in welding process. We have seen the most important advantages of all the materials processing like additive manufacturing and also welding. So these are all something which is of very much important in the manufacturing arena. So even these are all the process. But what happens, how we can develop some automotive AI agents in the factory environment, where you will be having a customer service which act as an AI agent. So you will be having IT services as an AI agent, and you will be having for a sales you can have an AI agent, and for product management you can also have an AI agent, and for purchasing and planning you can also have an AI agent, and also for shop floor you can have an AI agent. So all these things are going to act as autonomous systems, where the AI agents could be used for all the production scheduling tasks and autonomous inspection systems, and also for the intelligent decision making in factories. So this could analyze data from machines, tools and sensors to make operational decisions, and this is also going to support the predictive maintenance, quality improvement and energy optimization. This forms the backbone of self-learning and self-optimizing factories in the near future. Even though we talk about the modern trend on the manufacturing of all the processes, right? So we are more concerned about the sustainable and green manufacturing. The sustainability is one of the most important key topic where the whole world is looking after. Okay, so in this sustainability we have three important aspects to be discussed. That is what you call it as low carbon manufacturing techniques, where you have the adaptation of renewable energy sources, like you need to develop more renewable energy resources which has low emission materials and process to reduce the carbon footprint. And whatever the materials that we are using, like it should have a closed loop manufacturing system that could recover, refurbish and reuse these materials. So advanced separation, sorting and reprocessing technologies has to develop whatever the process that we are going to develop, and this could promote us a circular economy and reduces the dependency on virgin raw materials. So and the third one is, even though we do advanced manufacturing, we need to have an energy efficient manufacturing system where you have a high efficiency machines, motors and smart energy management systems. So here you can have a real time monitoring to reduce the energy loss and improve the utilization. So here the integration of IoT and AI in the predictive energy optimization could help us to achieve the sustainable and green manufacturing goals. These are all the references that we have used for this presentation. In future factories, humans will not be controlling the machines. AI agents are going to control the machines, coordinate the process and even the human workers, creating a very good manufacturing ecosystem that is effortless to the human beings. Thank you for listening to this session. Thank you.